What's up? Um, today is April 1st, and the UT Austin appeal decisions just came out today. So I just wanted to make a quick video about that. Um, I know it was hard for me, like seeing all of my friends getting to UT, and then getting rejected or capped, I guess. So I chose to appeal, and I got in, which is pretty crazy. I really didn't expect that. Um, so if you're watching this now in like 2023 with this admission cycle, then you might have already gotten your decision. I hope you got in. If you didn't, uh, there's other things. There's other colleges you can go to. um, if you're watching this later, um, and you're looking for information about appeals, like I know I was, there's not really many videos on the topic. I think there's a couple, but the main guy, UTI admissions guy, that makes videos about this, um, he says in a lot of his videos that the content of your appeal doesn't really matter, because there's quotas for each major and they have to meet those quotas um, based on like the amount of people that accept their initial acceptance letter. Um, but my personal view is that you need to be at the top of the appeals pool to even have a chance. Like, if they want to admit a certain number of a certain major through appeals, then you got to be at the top of that, or else they're going to pick someone else. So I do think the content of your appeal actually does matter. Um, you should definitely put in some work into your appeal. I put in about like 10 hours. Um, and even if you don't get accepted, I think it's worth it to, there's always a chance that you get in. And if you really want to go to UT like I did, then that's worth it. So I just want to preface this by saying UT was my first choice college, but I also applied to UTD, and UNT, and got into both of those. But I didn't really want to go there as much as I wanted to go to UT. So um, now I'm gonna say some of my like stats. So I applied regular decision to UT under the poli-sci major, which I believe is a liberal arts college. Um, if you're applying to a harder major like comp sci, for your appeal, I'd say probably switch to something easier or less competitive. But also list like in your appeal like why you want to switch your major, so they don't just think, oh, they're switching their major because it's an easier major to get into. So I got a 1270 on my SAT. I didn't take the ACT. It's a pretty low SAT for UT. I don't really know why I submitted that. I had a 4.0 GPA in a 460 person class size, so that put me just outside the top six. My class rank was 32nd, so I was like, I was on the cusp. I was like top 7%. I was president of one club, ping pong club, and officer in three clubs, but that's nothing like spectacular. I wasn't in any like big like political organizations or anything like I know a lot of other people are. Um, Now here's where my twin sister comes in. So uh, she got a 1350 or 60 on her SAT, which was much higher than me. But her GPA was 4.5 or 4.6 or something, which is much lower than me. And I put her outside the top 10%. She also had way fewer extracurriculars, even though I didn't really have that many. But she was applying to linguistics, which I'd imagine is an easier major than poli sci, but they're both in the College of Liberal Arts as far as I know, so I'm not really sure if that's true. Um, I think our essays were pretty comparable. I read hers and it seemed pretty good. I don't think either of ours were like spectacular, but yeah. So she got in. I got rejected. I wasn't really sure how she got in, but I mean, props to her. Knowing that she got in, though, kind of gave me the knowledge that, like, since my stats were kind of higher, I might have been like on the cusp of getting into UT. Okay, so like in the UT appeals process, they say you need new or significant information or something like that. So I didn't really think I had a case to like appeal, or a very strong case at that, because I didn't really like do too much, in the meantime. I had a small jump in GPA from, like I mentioned, 4.8 to 4.85, 0.5% increase. But that took me inside the top 6. I think it was top 5.8 or something percent of my class. In the first paragraph, I talked about the journey I had through COVID, really slacking and getting bad grades, and then junior year getting them up, and then senior year, first semester senior year getting them even higher. So yeah, that's about it for the first paragraph. And then the second paragraph, I basically wrote a sob story about not being able to be with my twin. Here's a quote from that. I was proud that she got in and that she would be able to, that she would be attending the school of our dreams, but also sad that I would be separated from the person I had grown up with and shared every thought, feeling, anxiety with for the first time in 18 years. So that kind of like, you can see kind of the amount of like sob story I put in there. And then in the third paragraph, which was a little shorter, I just said like my aunt who's in the UN inspired me to, I don't know, be a diplomat or something. And then like I joined 2 clubs. So if you're a twin like me, and your twin got accepted and you got rejected, I think you do have a pretty good case to appeal. It worked for me, and that was basically all the information I had. Like a small bump in GPA isn't really gonna get you in, So I think it was literally just, I'm a twin and my twin got in, and please don't separate us because that would be bad. So I'd heard about this informal policy of UT accepting twins like favorably, but then I read like some places that it was still like rare, like that wasn't enough to go on. I know this is like a very niche case, so it probably won't apply to many people. I just wanted to like put my story out there. Not many people have the same situation, but I think it's still worth a try, especially if you're applying to like a liberal arts major. It's definitely worth a try, especially if you want to like go to UT like really bad. That's about it, basically. Good luck if you're going with the appeal route this application cycle or next application cycle. I wish you the best. If you're going to UT, you can hit me up in the comments. If you want more information or questions, you can also hit me up in the comments. I'll try to respond to all of them. Anyway, thank you.